I never thought my life could fall apart in just 1 month. One day I had a stable job, a wife I adored, and a best friend I trusted like a brother. The next, everything was gone. Looking back now, I can say losing it all was the best thing that ever happened to me, but at the time, it felt like the end of the world. I worked for a mid-sized tech company. I wasn't rich, but I was proud of what I'd built. I'd been with the company for 8 years, climbing from a junior role to a team lead. My wife, Emily, was my college sweetheart. And my best friend, Ryan, had been by my side since we were kids. He was even the best man at our wedding. Then the company downsized. I was called into HR one Friday morning and told my position was no longer needed. Just like that, 8 years of loyalty vanished. I drove home that day feeling small, defeated, and scared. Emily tried to comfort me at first, but it didn't last. Weeks went by, and the more I applied for jobs and got rejection after rejection, the colder she became. She stopped asking how interviews went. She started going out more, saying she needed space. I blamed myself. I thought maybe I was failing her. Ryan was my rock, or so I thought. He came over, brought beer, told me I was smart and would bounce back. He said, "Don't worry, man. You've got me." I didn't know it then, but behind my back, he and Emily were getting closer. Too close. One night, after another failed job lead, I drove to Ryan's house unannounced. I'd left my phone charger there the week before. His car was in the driveway, but when I knocked, nobody answered. I was about to leave when I noticed something through the living room window. Emily's jacket on his couch. Then Emily herself in his arms. They were kissing. Laughing. My knees gave out right there on his porch. I didn't knock again. I didn't scream. I just walked back to my car, numb, shaking, and drove away. That night, Emily came home late and tried to act normal. I didn't say anything at first. I couldn't. But when she finally went to bed, I sat alone in the living room and realized my marriage, my trust, and my so-called friendship had all been a lie. The next day, I confronted her. She didn't even deny it. She said she was tired of feeling stuck with a man who couldn't provide. She said Ryan made her feel alive. Those words, they burned. I packed a bag and left. For weeks, I stayed at a cheap apartment I could barely afford, spiraling between anger and despair. I felt like a failure not just professionally, but as a husband and a man. But somewhere in that pain, a fire started to grow. I decided I was done feeling sorry for myself. I had one skill that no one could take away: software development. I'd been tinkering with an app idea for months but never had the courage to pursue it. Now I had nothing to lose. I poured everything into it. Days, nights, weekends. I freelanced just enough to cover rent while building my product, a simple but powerful project management tool for small businesses. I taught myself marketing. I cold emailed people. I pitched on forums. I failed a lot. But I kept going. About 6 months in, I landed a small angel investment from a guy who believed in my idea. A few months after that, a mid-sized firm offered to buy the app for 6 figures. I turned it down and doubled down instead. By the end of the year, the app had thousands of paying users. Revenue soared. I brought in partners, built a team, and before I knew it, I had a company and more money than I'd ever imagined. But the money wasn't the best part. The best part was seeing myself rise from nothing, knowing I wasn't the failure Emily and Ryan said I was. One night, about a year after the day I lost everything, I got an invitation to a mutual friend's party. I almost didn't go, but something in me wanted to. When I walked in, I saw them. Emily and Ryan. They were together now, but they didn't look happy. She looked tired. He looked older, worn out. I heard they were struggling. Ryan had lost his job, and they were barely making rent. Meanwhile, I arrived in a tailored suit, having just signed a 7-figure partnership deal earlier that week. They noticed me. Emily's jaw literally dropped. Ryan gave a fake smile and a weak, "Hey, man, long time." I smiled back. "Yeah, it's been quite a year." "Business has been good?" Emily asked, almost whispering. "Business?" I told them, briefly, about my company. About the growth, the success. Their faces said everything: shock, regret, envy. I didn't gloat. I didn't insult them. I just smiled, shook a few hands, and left early. My silence was louder than any revenge speech I could have given. And judging by Emily's expression as I walked away, it hit harder than any words could. That night, driving home, I felt something unexpected: peace. Not because I'd made them jealous, but because I realized I didn't need their approval anymore. Their betrayal had once broken me, but it had also pushed me to rebuild stronger than ever. If you're listening to this and you've been betrayed or lost everything, let my story be proof. Heartbreak can destroy you, or it can ignite you. Pain can be the thing that pushes you to build a life you never dreamed possible. A year ago, I was unemployed, heartbroken, and alone. Today, I'm thriving, not because I wanted revenge, but because I chose to rise. And trust me, success is the sweetest revenge there is.